Welcome back to another episode of Bagged Milk. I'm your host, Brian Bridges. And whoa. Shit went down last week, didn't it? Did you see the news? Of course you did. If you're from Canada, and Canada is the name of the nation, then you know exactly what happened. We had to lower the flags last week. Do you know why? Fuck, man. We're finding dead bodies. All these dead bodies up in Canada. Not good, my friends. Not good. Why is it not good? Well, it's dead Indigenous kid bodies. That's not good. It's not good to find any dead kid bodies. Okay? Let's get that straight. Right out the gate. No dead kid bodies should ever be found. Ever. Especially mass graves of them. Massive. So we found 215 dead baby bodies. Not babies, but children. As young as 3. I don't know how they know these things, but they know. You can tell by the size of the bones, I guess. Roughly 3. Unless it was a small 5-year-old. It could have been a runt. It could have been an underfed. Who knows? But either way, 215, gone. Gone. Because of residential schools. Every time I think of residential schools, I'm like, aren't all schools residential schools? It was such a confusing word to call it. Residential school. Like, well, that's residential. It's not commercial. What kind of schools are you going to? I only go to residential. I didn't know there was a difference. Hell yes, there's a difference. So if you don't know anything about residential schools, guess who's going to teach you? Whoop, 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 whoop. Me. I'm a shitty teacher too. So, guess what? Where did we get resi schools? Where the fuck do you think we get to? Where do you think we get the best ideas? From the government. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's take these people that we don't know, that we just took their land, and let's force them to be like us. That's the bestest way. Hey man. I wasn't there. Don't crucify me. Not only that, let's create an organization to round up these native children and take them away from their families and take them to these schools where we'll teach them how to be white. What kind of organization would we create that would be so devious? That would take children away from their families, beat them, possibly murder them, break their bones. No problem. They're not white. Who cares? It's not a big deal. It's property back then. What kind of organization is like, pick me? Fuck, pick me, man. I'll tell you. Fuck, I hope an organization like that wouldn't exist today. Wow. You imagine? That's like, the KKK existed, 100 years ago, grew in population, but then we realized, oh, that's fucking retarded. And then they went secret. They went underground. As they should have. Because no one wants that business in their face. So you imagine if they allowed a group that did this to the Native American indigenous people so long ago, and you just imagine if they just left them in power, how corrupt they would be. Well, that organization that was started to gather these children was called the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Fuck, I hope they don't exist today. I feel like Kermit the Frog, just over here minding my business. Yeah, the RCMP was created just to take children away from their homes. That's a good foundation to, base your whole career, your culture, your whatever, your practices upon. What the fucking Jesus?
Good morning, Daddy. How can I help?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Weird. But yeah. RCMP, bros. RCMP. Super the best. Always. No corruption. Everyone says, American cops, they're fucked up. American cops over there beating the blacks. Ours are up here beating the reds. Whatever, bro. It goes everywhere. Canada's just as fucked as the States. We got our racism. We just hide it with the RCMP. We got the organization on lock. That'd be like if the Americans allowed the KKK to continue being police, since, well, that's the majority of their police force came from KKK members. Now imagine if that continued. Maybe it did. Who's to say? Not me. Is someone out there mowing their fucking lawn? Do you hear that? While I am doing a fucking podcast? Oh, did it not get the notice? I do this every time. Should put a fucking light out. No mowing lawns. No making noise. It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. I got to deal with the deaths of 215 Native children and someone mowing their lawn on my podcast day. I don't know how much I can fucking handle. I don't know, man. This is too much. Now, this one mass grave, this is just one mass grave where we found 215 children. This was in Kamloops, BC, British Columbia, for you non-Canucks. Cucks is different than Canucks. Canucks and Cucks, don't confuse the two. We're not the same. But yeah, we had it all locked. I don't know, man. 215 Kamloops, BC. That's just one. So, how many schools did we have? How many residential schools in Canada? I don't know. Alexa, how many residential schools was there in Canada?
Here's something I found on World Atlas. Canada has approximately 15,500 primary and secondary schools and 5.3 million enrolled students. These schools are further divided as follows. Primary, 10,100. Secondary,
Alexa,
3,000.
Stop. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Yeah. They had tons. They had lots. So, imagine 215 at one. Massive grave. Now my buddy's like, well, how do we know they were murdered? How do you know they just didn't get sick and die? And I'm like, yeah, possible. 215 fucking children over the course of a couple decades? The public schools weren't handing out that many deaths. Was it natives just a weaker immune system? Potentially. But probably a weaker immune system due to the fact that they're around people carrying new diseases. If they would have been just left the fuck alone, they probably would have been alright. Like other tribes of people that have still exist. There's still tribes of people that exist that are not modern. They fucking hunt with bows and spears and run around loincloths. Like the Hadza tribe. Eat ancestrally. Meat and berries. Fucking cycle on and off. They don't get fat. They just stay ripped up all year. Weird. It's like our modern day fucking practices made us all fucking fat and lazy and pieces of shit. And murderous. So now we're searching all other grounds. Well, Canada's slow, okay? We're like everybody else. We don't like to admit our racism. We're not going to put it on a fucking front page news and be like, hey, we fucking butchered them all. No big deal. Big or small, all gone. Mostly. That's what it's all about. They don't want to admit that shit, so they're just like, ugh. They try to shy away. Every time the native shit comes up, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say native anymore. Is that racist? I don't know, man. Every time that stuff comes up, unfortunately, it's here this week, gone next. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is the beginning of the new week. Let's see if we hear more. I'll let you know next week if we've heard more about any rumblings about the indigenous, some Native Americans. If they're doing any more. I know they're doing at least one more school. They're like, okay, we'll search the grounds of this one. But that was only because that one province or the city was like, hey, we'll check out this one all on our own. The Canadian government, the main GO, naughty, homie, nothing. I don't even know if they dropped the flags. Did they? I think so. After like many days of people freaking the fuck out. Lower the flags. The people are dead. They finally lowered the flags. Now, I get lowering the flags, sure. But what I didn't get is people were comparing it to, we had an accident here, I believe last year. Everyone's like, we lowered the flags last year when we had 16 people die, I think. Don't quote me on the number. And those guys were white. That's why we're not lowering the flags this year, because these guys aren't white. We're super racist. And I'm like, wait a second. Whoa. Pump your brakes. Whoa. Slam it in the park, okay? Wait a second. Wait. Whoa. Those guys that died last year died last year. Color or not, whites are colorless. We're fucking melamine challenged. We're at a disadvantage up in here. We're the minority. We're disadvantaged. We can't stay out in the sun as long. We get burned too fast. We're fucking weak. So weak. But yeah. Those kids, all kids, teenagers, kids, they're kids. They died last year in an instant, in front of everybody, basically. That's different, regardless of color. That is different than someone that died fucking 70 years ago. It sucks. Absolutely atrocious that you would find 215, any amount, 10, 5. If you found 5 baby bodies outside school, you'd be like, this is brutal. This is fucking ridiculous. Why is there 5 just thrown in the ground? Probably no headstones, nothing. If you had headstones, you would know that it was a mass grave. So obviously no headstones. I don't even know how they came across these bodies, to be honest. But it's different. 70 years creates a gap of impact. To say it's the same and draw the same conclusion is retarded. You can't do it. Now, if 16 people died this year and they were Native Americans and absolutely nothing was said, fucking riot. Throw her down. Throw down the gauntlet. Whatever. That's fucked up. Because that's the exact same situation. You can't compare getting life taken from you right now, right here, right in front of you, compared to 70 years ago. To be like, me losing my son right now, which would be the absolute fucking worst. Any of my kids, any of them, if I lost them right in this instant versus me losing my great 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 grandmother that I've never met. Is it the same? Of course it's not. Not even close. Even if she was beheaded, like a tragic death. They thought she was a witch. And they fucking chopped that bitch's head clean off her neck. I'd be like, oh, snap. Lower the flags. Lower the flags for great, 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 great grandma. She had her head chopped off. I'm going to cry for weeks. No, it ain't the same. That's what I don't like. People are like, oh, like, why did you even have to go there? They're not lowering the flags, but they did for the white kids. Why do you gotta be like that? Why you gotta pick on, why you gotta go to the white guy? Come on. That had nothing to do with nothing. It had everything to do with the fact that it was 70 years ago. That's all. I believe, because we're in Canada. I don't understand. These people, this fucking country is so far left. And they just keep pushing it. Lefter. They're like, that's not left enough. Go lefter. And you're like, we're already so far left. We can't see right. They're like, that's what we want. Okay. These people are fucking crazy. That's all. That's all, man. I don't know. We got fucking t-shirts being made. Every child matters. Of course. Every child matters. See, isn't that funny? Every child matters. That's what. Okay. This is going to be touchy waters here. Every child matters is the indigenous now slogan for this thing. You get a little handprint. They always had the handprint. I'm not sure why. Probably because of paintings and shit. So it's a handprint, some feathers in it and stuff like this. And it's every child matters. Every child matters. Huh. Not indigenous childs matter. Not Native Americans childs matter. Not Micmac. Not Cree. Not Chippewa. Not Comanche. Not Red. Know what I'm saying? They're not picking any side. They're just saying all childs matter. Wouldn't that? Whoa. Wasn't some people saying that about the Black Lives Matter thing? That all lives matter? Now we're getting fucking touchy ground. What? The indigenous says every child matters. Black Lives Matter say Black Lives Matter. Well, what about all lives? Now I get the whole fucking protest of they did Black Lives and then all of a sudden out of the blue all lives came out. And that is kind of the protest to their protest. But if they would have just came out and just said all lives matter. First, if the blacks would have came out and said all lives matter, there would have been nothing. There would have been no clap back. No, hey, no, all lives matter. And the blacks would be like, yeah, we fucking know. Duh. We're in trouble right now, though. So if they would have just been like, hey, yeah, all lives matter because we're included in all lives. Hook us up. That's what the indigenous did. They're like, yeah, we know all children matter. And so our children are also part of all the children. So all children matter. Weird. I don't get it. It's all fucked up. It's all politics. It's games. It's games and fucked. Games and fucked. I don't know, man. I'm a fucking idiot. It's not like I'm going to be solving anything up in here. I'll tell you that. Fucking fuck. I just wanted to tell you. It is what it is. Like I said, if anything, I want to see if it continues. I want to see, this happens all the fucking time in Canada. They're like, yeah, man, the natives got persecuted. They need this. And we're like, okay, yeah. Everyone rallies. We're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we got to get them that. And then next week we're like, what was that? We were talking about something, weren't we? And they're like, I don't think so. I think it was just a regular week. Business as usual. Let's get back at it. And that's it. You never hear nothing. Like last year. What was it last year? They wanted clean water. The fucking nerve of these people. That they want clean water? In a first world country? Okay, bud. Easy does it. Don't push your limits. No, really. No, seriously. They want clean water. How hard could that be? You know what I mean? If anyone else was like, sir, Toronto doesn't have clean water. It's actually pretty dirty. And they'd be like, oh, we'll clean that right up. Right up, sir. Right away. We'll put in a new pipeline twice as big. We'll make sure that water gets in there nice and clean. Don't you worry. The natives? Man, they say the same shit. Oh, yes, right away. Right away, we'll get a pipeline in there. We'll clean that mess up right away. Right away. The only difference is it doesn't ever happen. Never. I don't understand. I don't get it. The whole nation's like, yeah, well, basically the whole nation's like, yeah, we kind of fucked up. They, slammed them on their own reserves, forced them to live in isolation, blah, 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 blah. There's perks to living on your reservation. You get tax breaks, blah, blah, blah. But there's some fucked up shit. And we're just not ready to move on from that yet. Okay? You imagine if the United States still had locations where they could put specifically black people. You imagine how racist that would look if you're like, hey, blacks, Compton only. You know Harlem's your spot. Stay in Alabama, bro. You know. Louisiana, that's you, bro. Stay down there. You imagine if you had just certain cities. There's just like, that's you. And if you stay here, you get benefits. You leave here, you get fucked over and ridiculed, and it's going to be harder for you. I'm like, what? Wouldn't you want me to get out of this neighborhood and off the government tit? Wouldn't you? Nah. We want you pretty much segregated. We'll like to know where you're at. So now, you imagine if the Americans did that with the blacks. Black reservations. Reservations! What the fuck? That'd be all over the news. The United States keeps their blacks on reservations. But that's what we do here in Canada to our Indians, to our natives. We keep them on reservations. Like even where I'm from Prince Edward Island. I'm an island. I'm an islander, bro. And even on my island, where we would keep the indigenous, was another smaller island. So they had their own small island, but you could only get on through one bridge. That's it. Just one way on, one way off. Their own motherfucking island. Like, there's a couple of reservations in Prince Edward Island. I was on the west coast of the island. So we had that one. Lennox Island, it was called. Sketchy. It was sketchy. I didn't like going there because it's not my spot. Not my peeps. I get it. I wasn't welcome. I just didn't bother. But they still exist. These groups of places where we just group people together by race. That's still segregation. Like, what the fuck? This is 2021. We're supposed to be one of the most leftist countries in the fucking world. And we still basically got, it's not slavery. We're not forcing them to work. But we're not letting them work either. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's kind of fucky. We won't bring them clean water. We don't really listen to them. We'll run pipelines through their land and pay them out. That's mostly when we'll listen. You'd be like, hey, man, we need to run through here. What type of payment do you want? And they're like, we want clean water. And they're like, how much money? And they're like, clean water. How much money? And they're like, $200,000. And they're like, okay. And no clean water. And then they'll build a casino. And still no clean water. Lots of casinos out here. So, it goes both ways. They give the money. They don't build the clean water. I don't know, man. It's like they're fucking each other. And nobody's winning. Anyway. Fuck, man. This long game? I'm in the long game. I'm high up in the ranks. I'm Don Capone? Don Capote? I don't know. I'm Capone. Noriega? I'm the top dog of Lawnmower Men's. I'm basically going to be on the cover of Lawnmower Monthly. I'm fucking drawing in bank, bro. I didn't understand this lawn game. I still don't. These people are ridiculous for paying this much money. I didn't understand last week. I don't understand this week. Ridiculous amounts of money for cutting grass. I'm not a grass cutter. I'm a landscaper. I'm a paid athlete / landscaper. 'Cause I'm just pushing mower and making bank, bro. Pushing mower, making bank. Now, the only thing is fuck. My cable broke. So, now I got to work for my money a little bit, but still a runner. A guy pushed maybe a sled. Paid athlete. Still paid athlete. I'm a paid athlete / landscaper / electrician / male model. Okay? Fucking perfect. And I'm only something years old. So, just getting fucking younger. So, just be on the lookout. But, bro, I got in trouble. From this long game. Now, if I didn't explain this or you didn't listen to last week's episode, this long game, it's basically like Uber Eats or DoorDash or Skip the Dish for fucking lawn mowing. Right? So I just fucking look at my app and I pick a lawn. It says the price. That's the price I get paid out. I don't know what they pay. Don't care. Well, I do care because it's apparently quite significantly higher than what they're paying me, which is ridiculous because I'm pretty sure they're still paying me like 60 to 80 bucks an hour. So if they're charging the customer 100, 120 bucks an hour to cut fucking lawns, oh my God. You imagine everyone that's listening to this right now that's mowed a lawn or has mowed their own lawn and couldn't fathom paying someone else. Now just imagine you just mowed your lawn and it took you an hour and just take $120 out of your pocket and burn it. Because that's just what you did. You spend an hour, $120, burn it. But don't, that's okay. Call me, bro. It's money in my bank. Money in my bank. But I got in trouble. I got in trouble from this fucking app. Because here's how it goes. So, you can take a job, typically, and it'll take you 8 hours. 8? No, it won't take you 8 hours. You have 8 hours to get there. That's fucking tons of time. I could drive around Edmonton 8 times. Or more. Maybe 10 in 8 hours. It's pretty big. 45 minutes, about around. Give or take. So, almost 10 times. So I could be fucking crushing out. Crushing out. So, I gathered up. This is how I like to do it. This is how I like to do it. Listen. Are you listening? Good. Okay, we're going to get into a story here. This is how I like to do it. I like to sit in my ass and I like to collect a few, right? Because then I can collect a few and I can gather a map. Makes sense. I'm outside the city, north. So if I'm coming in, I want to get a few and get a good map going on. Okay, cool. Cool. So I do that. I grab a bunch. Fucking a bunch came in a row. Boom, boom, boom. I grabbed them instantly, all at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck. Easy money. Okay, cool. So the only problem is I'm not going mowing lawns right away. But that's okay. 8-hour window. 8-hour window. But I have an electrical job first. Oh, okay. That's cool. I assume it's only going to be a couple hours. Don't ever assume. Fuck. That job sucked. Someone wanted stupid smart switches, 3-way smart switches installed. That's okay. I figured that out. No big deal. Okay, that's fine when you're trying to figure out just regular, 3-way switches, smart. Nothing else complicated. No. They already have smart switches in there, different brand. Now I got to make them work together. Fuck. Now things are complicated. Oh, wait, now their wiring's all fucky. Oh, okay, now it's even more complicated. My 2-hour job turned into a 5-hour job. All my lawn mowing jobs had to expire. Because I didn't start this electrical job till late either. I was like, whatever, I'll grab them. 8 hours. I got a couple electrical hour job. I'll get right at it. No. It was 8 hours later. They all expired. Fuck. Some of them were expensive. So I was like, fuck, I hope I get those ones back. Guess what? They got listed immediately. Jobs were sitting, which is weird because they almost go immediately. So I grabbed them back up, especially the expensive ones. Well, apparently, I didn't grab one of the ones that expired because it wasn't as expensive. No big deal. And I was only on borrowed time at that point. I have till about 9 o'clock before bylaw kicks in. And I get arrested. Well, I could get a fine for just being noisy. Could. So I got like 2 hours, 2 lawns left. I'm like, well, that's fine. Lots of time. Actually, it's like 2.5 hours. Traveling and shit. Lots of time. Well, I get a text from the boss. I didn't even know I could get a text from the boss. From the owner of the app. I'm like, fuck. This can't be good. Even as all the fucking ones expired, it said, this could be a performance ding. You could get a contact from the supervisor. And I'm like, fuck off. Fuck off. These are just whatever. They're just sitting here anyway. But no, the boss contacts me. He's like, hey man, I just seen you grab that job at 8 a.m. And then you held it all day and then it expired. And now it's back on the job board just sitting there. Is there any way you could finish that up and grab it? Here it is. 2 hours left, 2.5. Travel time, though. And I already have 2 jobs. I'm like, fuck. I was like, I'm sorry, boss. Fuck. Basically, I got fucked over in the morning. I was like, I'm trying to grab all the ones that expired. I only have limited time. Fuck. So now I'm in trouble with my fucking boss that I didn't even know I had because I thought I was just fucking working on my own. Well, I kind of am, but whatever. Now I'm on fucking pressure. Jesus fuck. It's like GTA missing contracts and shit. This is not for kids. This is not the kids' long mowing game that you thought about. This ain't that kind of hustle. This is gangster shit up in here. I'm missing contracts. I gotta deal with the bosses. The stress levels are going up through the roof. I'm getting fucking panic attacks and shit. I had to breathe in like paper bags. I'm like, calm down, Brian. Calm it down. You don't have to kill no one. It's all good, brother. And, it was all good. It's fine. Even if I didn't get that job. It is what it is, man. There was 4 or 5 other jobs just sitting there. I am not the only lawnmower man in town. Well, so I thought. But I don't know what's going on now. I felt like before. When I first started this game. Job come in. Okay. You know a cell phone, right? You've heard of them? Okay, look. Imagine a cell phone. Now, you got a notification. You're like, oh, cool. Notification. Most of the time, you just let it sit. You're like, cool, whatever. I'll check it when I'm not busy. No, not me. Not me, man. I don't have that luxury. No, I gotta grab it. Could be a job. So I fucking pop it up. Boom. Oh, it's the app. I gotta grab it. So I hit the notification. I'm quick. I hit it. Imagine you were doing this. How fast this would be. You hit it. It loads you in. Takes me right to the app. Loads a second. That job's already gone. If you're not quick, if you waited 2 seconds extra to pull it out of your pocket, you hesitated. Should I check it? Should I not check it? Fucking check it. No, it's already gone. And that was the first week I had it. And I was like, all right. I got to step my game up. I told you. I'm a hustler. So I stepped my game up. How did I do that? Fuck it. I said, these motherfuckers are being quick. I got to be quicker. So I had my phone out. Lock screen? No. Fuck that shit. Too slow. Got to bypass it. Never. Leave the phone open. It's right there. Boom. App comes in. I hit it. Pops open. Grab job. Boom. Fuck yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Even wear my headphones so I get notifications instantly. Boom. If I turn my back, I don't have my phone. Shit. Ding. Turn my back. Grab a job. I'm in. So now I'm grabbing jobs left, right, center. I even found out that during low power mode on Apple iPhone, motherfuckers, during low power mode, you don't get notifications sent to your headphones. I was losing jobs, losing money. Goddamn, Apple cost me hundreds. So, low power, that's a no-go no more. Shut that bitch off every time. As soon as she's about to go low power, fuck you, cunt. Out. Not for me, homie. Not for me and my phone. We got hustle. So, it stays off. Low power stays off. Screen stays off. It comes in. I get ding, ding, ding. I'm on it. So I'm fucking grabbing jobs, man. I'm grabbing them all. I'm hustling. I feel like I'm hitting every one. Now it seems like when I stop mowing lawns, jobs sit. I'm the guy. This is Edmonton, one of the biggest cities in Canada, and I'm holding it down. If I'm not out mowing jobs are sitting. If I'm on the clock, there's no fucking jobs. I got them all. I'm taking them. I'm taking them from you. I'll take them from whoever. Fuck those guys. That's my money. It makes me sad. It makes me so sad when I'm at my actual job. I feel like that's my part-time job now. That's my side hustle, is my regular job. Like, they're going to start bringing back OT now, overtime. And I'm like, I don't even have time for that shit. That's weak-ass money. That job pays me half of what lawn mowing pays me. And that job pays me a shit ton of money. But it's still half of what lawn mowing pays me. So I don't even want to be there. I just show up, give me my check, and I gotta go cut lawns, make some real money. And the lawnmower fucking gangster up in here. That's right, bro. Coming in hot, but I'm grabbing them all. Like I said, if I see it, I'm right now, podcasting. I look at the app, jobs, tons. If I'm going to go do electrical side work after this, not mowing lawns, those jobs will sit. But tomorrow I'm on the clock, and I guarantee you there will be no jobs. There will be no jobs. That's what I'm saying. Whew. Fucking lawn game's crazy. I've been thinking about my dad a lot, actually, because of this shit, which is crazy. Dad was fucking crazy. But Dad, I just remember, Dad would be laughing his fucking ass off at me right now. My father. Because when he would try to get me to mow lawns when I was young, I fucking hated that shit. Of course I did. 1, I was a kid. 2, we had over an acre of land and we just had a push mower. Ugh. It would take you like 3 hours to cut that cocksucker with a fucking push mower. We had trees. The front yard wasn't small either. Ugh. It sucked. And so I'd get yelled at all the time for not mowing the grass and blah, 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 or not finishing it. I'd start it. I'm like, it's too long, man. I fucking quit. And I yelled at so much for fucking grass cutting. I mean, yelled at. And now I'm a hustler at fucking lawn mowing. Like, if my dad could see me now, he'd be like, what the fuck? This ain't the same goddamn kid. Where's that kid? That kid hated grass. Now I'm like, I'm up in here. I'm loving it. This is my domain. I fucking own this shit. And back then, he wouldn't have. I'm pretty sure he made a bet one time with my uncle. And I was mowing grass. And it was a big square that I was working on. And they made a bet. As soon as I came out, I was done. I finished that square. I'm like, fuck that square. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. There's still tons left. I was like, no, that's a big ass square. I'm not fucking around. And so I walked back to the house and my uncle's like, hey man, you should probably go out and finish the rest of that. And I'm like, nah, fam. It's good. I did that square. And he's like, no, you should. And I'm like, no. And he's like, fuck. He's like, your dad said you would quit after that square. And I was like, nah, he'll do the rest. I'm like, no, I won't. Fuck that shit. That sucks. You go finish it. I fucking hated mowing lawns. And now I'm the goddamn lawn king. I'm the goddamn lawnmower man. Cover of fucking Lawnmower GQ, bro. I told you. Male model. Something years old. Just getting younger. Every fucking day. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fuck yeah. Everyone's getting the vaccine, bro. You getting it? I am not. I've talked about this numerous times, and especially now with Mr. fucking Dr. Fauci. I don't even want to call him doctor. Mr. Fauci. Mr. fucking medical fraud Fauci. Fraudci. So Mr. Fraudchi had his emails fucking exposed. Do you know who I'm talking about? Mr. Fraudchi? Okay, so if you don't know, he was like the main doctor calling all the shots down in the States, which basically set precedent up here in Canada. So, okay, fine. We're all up here. We're wearing masks. Cases are going down. Promoting vaccinations. Yay! What's the big deal then? What's the big deal? Everything's going good now? After a year later of being locked down? What was so important in these emails? Well, let me just tell ya. Let me just give ya a couple of fucking scoops of knowledge. Well, Mr. Fraudchi, well, he knew that most likely this virus was made in Wuhan. Like, fuck duh. Like, I feel like everything that we're like finding out, we're like, fuck duh. Duh. Most of us are going to be like, duh. But the majority of people actually fucking was like believing this shit and following along. And that's the problem. That's the problem. We all, well, not we all, you all thought science was unbiased and just came out indiscriminately, something like that. No, science can be bought. Absolutely. If your science doesn't follow up with what your government's saying, guess what? You don't get money. You don't get grants. You'd be like, oh, we don't like that science. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. They don't like it. Follow the science they like. You get the money. That's all it's about. So scientists get paid off all the motherfucking time. And Fraudchi, he's part of this. And he's pushing money to that facility to do gain of function research. That means they were purposely manipulating that virus to be easily, I want to say easily and easier at the same time. Can I combine those two? I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's my podcast. So easier to make it jump to humans. Weird. Because that virus was never meant to. Never. This is the thing. Smart people at the first were like, that's not supposed to happen. And everyone's like, don't question it. It's happening. Listen to your government. And I'm like, wait a second. No. This isn't supposed to happen. Don't question nothing. And I'm like, oh, you guys are fucked. I'm going to start questioning things. And that's what I did this whole time. And the whole time I was like, this is fucked. And now we have the proof. Came from fucking Wuhan. It was purposely researched and funded. And they fucked up. Now to say how it got out, don't know. But definitely fucking came from that lab. Get fucked if you think anything else. It's like prions. Deer have prion disease. Virus. They die from it all the time. Now it's been said that if prions ever were able to jump to humans to figure it out and transport the way COVID did, we'd be done. Wiped the fuck out. It's like a flesh-eating disease for deer. It's just Dunsky. Dunsky. People eat it all the time because they'll kill a deer, not know it has it, cook it, eat it, Dunsky. You wouldn't know. It would happen. Super easily transmissible, but only to fucking deer. It's been there for ages. Same as this fucking bat virus. It should have never jumped to humans. No one questioned that. No one questioned why this was so easy to jump to humans. We're like, it just did. It just did. Fuck it. Don't question it. Well, no, you gotta question it. What are you, fucking mental? It was never supposed to. Why did it? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just put your fucking double mask on and a condom. No, something's fucking wrong here. I don't like stuff that doesn't add up. Math is universal. I like math. When shit adds up, it adds up. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the things, the equations, the people in them. You just add them up, use them as numbers, and they work. And so when things don't add up, it don't matter. It doesn't matter that it's the government saying it. It doesn't matter if it's the scientists saying it, because science can be bought out. You can, every science, whatever. Milk is good. No, milk is bad. Butter is good. Butter is bad. Climate change exists. Climate change doesn't exist. I can find you scientists for everything. So how is that possible? How is that possible? If it's just one side or the other, if one side is right, then how could I possibly find someone on the other side? That would be impossible. There's only one side that's right. Science doesn't lie. Money lies. Money lies like a motherfucker. Science doesn't really lie. But money can push you one way or another. If you're only going to receive funding, if you're only researching these things, that's the things you're going to research. If someone was like, okay, instantly, COVID broke out, and you're like, science, you're like, well, I think it's probably from this lab. We need to get in there and study this lab. And they're like, no, fuck that. We don't have money for that. Let's do vaccines. Let's just work on vaccines. And they're like, but I think if we get in there and just look at this lab and what they're doing, we could probably figure things out quicker. And they're like, no, fuck it. Vaccines. And they're like, okay. Just give me money for vaccines. We'll work on vaccines. Doesn't matter what's in that lab. Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out from stuff out of here. That's not how shit works, man. That's not how shit works. If China was like, hey, man, we fucked up. This virus got out. Here's what it is. Everyone work together. And boom, we would have had that cleared up. Months. Fauci knew masks were ineffective. He admitted that it was the large particles and normal store-bought masks. No good. Right from the get-go. Running around wearing fucking masks. Running around wearing double masks. For fuck's sakes. Double fucking masks when he knew one was ineffective. You thought two? No, you're just being a fucking idiot and just putting out new protocols to make yourself sound cool. Hey man, yeah, just tie around your neck and fucking tighten it to the max strength. As long as you turn blue, you should be pretty good. You're not going to get as much COVID up into your airstream if you're barely breathing. Well, that is true. That is true. Good job, Fauci. It just makes no sense. It's all fucked up. It's all big game for these guys. Every fucking time something big breaks out, every time, you should think to yourself, who's getting paid? Every time. Even in the beginning of this pandemic, I'm like, who's going to get paid from this? Who's going to get paid? It was fucking Fauci. Fauci the whole time. He's getting paid. If he was the medical officer in the United States, he'd be like, oh, actually, the money I sent over there to do gain of function research kind of fucked up. Might have went a little south. We should probably clear this up. Dunsky. Like, he could have admitted it and still blamed it on China and been okay. But he was like, I fucked up. I got to cover my investment. We got to hide this up and keep it rolling. I think, in my opinion, I think every death that has occurred due to stupid restrictions should be on Fauci's head. However many. If it's 10, you'd be like, you kill 10 people. If it's millions, well, you killed millions of people. It's genocide. Like, you should be charged. Absolutely. You and your cohorts should be charged. If you sent people into their homes and locked them down, and then that virus spread and wiped out thousands of people, you should be charged for every one of them. No offense. Like, just saying. It's your practices that caused this to happen. And not only that, it fucking dictated the practices for other countries, such as Canada. We're just like, well, the Americans are wearing masks. We're going to wear masks. No, they're suggesting double. Fuck, we'll suggest double. We don't fucking know. We're too stupid to do our own research. And we're just following Fauci. Mr. Fauci. So now they're figuring out masks are fucking useless. So we're up here asking, hey, masks are useless. Can we take them off? And they're like, nah. I'm like, what? But the guy you followed is proven. And they're like, so what? We're like, you don't have any rights up here. Once we got that control, we're not going to let it go. I'm like, but. And they're like, but nothing. Fuck back to your hole. And I'm like, God damn it, Canada. Again? I did not realize how little freedom we actually have here in Canada. Like, since this whole COVID thing broke out and you realize what freedom is, like real freedom, you realize we're not very fucking free in Canada. We're actually held at quite a tight constraint where they're even trying to control our internet at this point. There's the bill that's out trying to control the internet. Same as what China does. We are like 5 steps away from being fucking China. I had no idea until this COVID thing broke out and you're like, oh, I thought we had these freedoms. And they're like, no. You're thinking of the States. And I'm like, well, what about this freedom? And they're like, no, States. And I'm like, what freedoms do we have? And they're like, well, you don't necessarily actually have freedom. What you have is, it's kind of like freedom, but we as a government control it and we just kind of divvy it out as we see fit. So it's not really freedom per se. I'm like, well, that's fucking bullshit. And they're like, just the way we like it. Because in the States, you're actually a free person. Like in the States, as soon as you're there, you can automatically be a sole proprietor. You can be your own business. That's your right. Here in Canada, that's not your right. No. No, Scott. You do not have that right. You do not have that freedom. No, you're a piece of shit. You're just a commodity to the government. And if you would like to make money, you got to pay. You got to pay for that service. You don't have that right. Fucked up. You got to sign up. You got to pay extra for something that's should be a right. Like, you're just a guy trying to make money. Why do I need to fucking ask the government if I can make money? Can I make money, sir? Only if you pay us. What? But that's stupid. I already pay taxes. Why do I need to pay even more? Because I want to make even more. Stupid. Not only that, if I wanted to say if I wanted to do sole proprietorship for, electrician. Okay? That's just one. Now, if I wanted to do sole proprietorship for fucking lawn mowing business, I have to sign up again. I have to do it twice. So they're double fucking me. I have 2 dicks in my ass, bro. From the gov. This is fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. I don't have freedom. What about the freedom? The big one. The fucking freedom to say whatever the fuck you want. Well, with the consequences, of course. We don't have the freedom of speech. We don't have that. We don't have the right to free speech. I thought we did. We do not. It's close, but it's not really a freedom. It's not a right. We don't have that. Americans do. We can't say whatever the fuck we want. We can get the government to shut us down. What? That sounds a little fucking commie to me. And not only that, I never thought that would have come to that. Like I always thought, okay, yeah, but truly though, we do have the right to free speech because the government would never actually shut you down, would it? No, it does. It absolutely does. It has arrested many people for speaking out against Justin Trudeau or just saying that, you know, don't like them or fucking threats on Facebook. It's fucking Facebook. They'll arrest you. This is China. This is China 3.0 or pre-China? Prequel China. This is prequel China. So we're pretty close. We're getting there. We're going to start doing the cameras soon, the facial recognition, the vaccine passports. We want to do a social credit score. We're going to get the fucking Chinese army up here in the north training up so that they're good in the cold. So when they want to invade the Americans, we're fucking set. China's on our side. We're basically Chinese now. So no offense, Americans. Fucking, you're out. I got to side with China. They're just going to be my people. It is what it is. I mean, I'm being invaded. What do you want me to do? Fucking stand up against 1 billion people with sticks? Bro, we're only 30 million. We're tiny. You better come to help us. That's all I got to say. I don't know. By the end of this war, we'll either be Chinese or American. But no longer Canadian. Whatever. I don't know, man. Fucking hoping American. But what do you say? What is that? The whole 2035, you'll be broke and you'll love it? The Great Reset? Is that it? 2035 or 2030? Something like that. You'll be broke and you love it. Well, fuck, just let me love it. I don't know, man. Whatever. Let's just do it now. Fucking get it over with. I want to do the Great Reset. Fucking live out in the woods. Fuck all these people. Fuck all them hoes. Fuck yeah. Too many. These vaccines, man. Oh, this is what I want to say too. Vaccines? This is what I want to say. Before we go, I want to say this. This is how you do it. People that are getting vaccines or not getting vaccines. I've been asking people, hey, you getting vaccine? And they're like, yeah, no, whatever. But then there's these fucking cocks that are going to shit on you for not getting the vaccine. It should be just a simple question. You getting it? Yeah. Okay. Are you getting it? No. Okay. Just wonder. Curious. Who cares? But someone's going to shit on you. Like this is how you fucking stick it to these guys. Stick it to those. The ones that are like, hey, you getting the vaccine? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why? I was like, because I'm healthy. And I don't give a fuck about that anymore. Because they'd be like, well, it doesn't matter that you're healthy because you could spread it to everybody. And I'm like, yeah, bitch. So can you. It doesn't matter that you got vaccinated. You can still get it. You can still spread it to everyone else. That's not how vaccines work. But I always like, this is how I like to dig at them. You're not getting it? Nope. And they're like, well, I am. And I'm like, yeah, but you should. Boom. That's the fucking key right there. Yeah, but you should. Boom. Fuck yeah. That's like a 1-2 punch to the fucking gut face. They're like, ugh, why should I? And then I just kind of look them up and down. And I'm like, you know. And that's it. Walk away. Conversation over. Booyah. Because it You just turned it into an insult. Oh, fuck yeah. You should get the vaccine. You should definitely get it. Fuck. Look at you, bro. Get the vaccine. How old are you? Get the vaccine. Bro, you're getting a little biggie. Get the vaccine. Bro, you can barely breathe. You should get it. You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking walking disaster story. You should get the vaccine. Booyah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyway, that's it for me this week. If you like what you heard, like, share, subscribe. You know it always. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know your best part of this episode. Shoot me questions, answers, anything you want. Facebook, Instagram. You know how to reach me. Bag milk everywhere. Hit me up, bro. I like to hear it. You guys have a good week. I'm out.